Hello everyone, this is Sherwin here from TechOS. Today I'm going to tell you about all that happened at the Apple event which just closed now. So this is the See You on the 7th event that Apple have held, and I've got the page open in Safari. So if you go to apple.com, you can go on their website and watch the keynote event. So if you want to rewatch it in case you missed it, then you can do so by going here. So just obviously do that if you want to rewatch everything. First, I'm going to get onto the main announcements in the order that they were, announced in. So first, I'm going to start with the Watch Series 2. So this is the Series 2 version of the Apple Watch, or the second generation. If I tap on this, it'll give me some more information. So you can pre-order this watch on September the 9th, and it'll be available a week later on September the 16th. So a bit earlier than last year. I think last year it was available on September the 25th. So we're getting it earlier, so that's nice. So this has many new features. So if I go up here, it says built-in GPS, water resistance up to 50 meters, and a new dual-core processor and a much better display. So if I scroll down, as you can see, it's giving me a bit about the new features. So I can tap Learn More here to see more about them. So it explains how the device now has a built-in GPS, which is going to be useful if you don't want to have to take your iPhone with you if you want to go running, for example. So you've got that option with the Apple Watch Series 2, and you can even use the watch to create a sort of map of where you've gone, as you can see on the screen here. So it'll use the GPS to know where you are, draw a map, and then when you go back onto your iPhone, you'll be able to see on a map where you run, and obviously, as it says here, where you ran your fastest. So it does obviously, it is able to track all these different parameters. So you've still got the heart rate sensor from the first generation watch, and obviously all this data is put into the Health app. Now, Apple Watch Series 2 is water resistant. Now, the previous Apple Watch was water resistant. However, Apple didn't actually advertise it as being water resistant. It had, I think, some sort of IP rating for, water resistance. But now Apple are officially advertising it as being water resistant, so you can go swimming in it for a bit. You can have a little splash around, and it's water resistant up to 50 meters. So this is IP67, so it's you'll be able to, go in a swimming pool and not damage the watch in any way. So this means that now in the workout app, there's a new workout, which is two new workouts actually. Over here, you can see pool swim and open water swim. So it can detect your motion when you're swimming. So they've added new algorithms with various sensors within the watch to detect your arm movements and obviously your leg movements, and it can use this algorithm to detect how many calories you've burnt. So that's a nice feature to be having. So if you're a swimmer, then you've now got this feature which will make the Apple Watch suit your lifestyle a bit better. And obviously you've got the activity app and third-party apps, which obviously have been there before. So you've got those, and third-party applications can take advantage of these new sensors. Now we've come onto the AirPods, which are Apple's new wireless AirPods. These incorporate a charging case, as you can see here, with wireless, earbuds. They have ambient light sensors, which can detect when you put the AirPods into your ear, and you can have a charging case here, which contains your battery, so you can charge it for up to 24 hours of use. And the bottom of the case has a lightning connector, so you can charge it. Obviously, you can click over here and take a look at those now. I think these retail for $159. Haven't got the UK pricing just yet, but obviously they are quite reasonably priced for the technology that's built into them. Obviously they're a new first generation product, so the prices will be what most people would see as high, but over time they'll come down as the technology advances and becomes cheaper. Now, Apple Watch obviously has some advanced activity trackers within them, and within iOS 10, within Watch OS 3, there's obviously the Breathe app, and you get third-party app support, and obviously all of this is put into the Health app on the iPhone. You can tap Learn More to find more about that. And if I go down, you'll just see more advertisements for the features of the Apple Watch, so apps, notifications, customizable watch faces, app docks, and more Siri features. So this is just highlighting features of WatchOS 3. You can browse the Apple Watch gallery, so if you want to just browse through the different watch faces available and see how they look on the different watches, then you can do that. And underneath that, you'll see two new versions of the Apple Watch. So we have the Apple Watch Hermes, which was previously available, but now they've added a few new buckle designs to give you more choice when you're choosing your Apple Watch. And there's a new partnership between Apple and Nike, or Nike, whichever you want to call it. And it's a collaboration which brings this band with holes in it, so allow you to breathe when you're sweating. And it's been designed to be for runners and people who are involved in fitness. So you can tap it to learn more and view pricing. It's the same pricing as the standard Apple Watch, so it's not different because it is a separate branded product. And there is Apple Watch Edition, which has a new finish. So with the Apple Watch Edition, we're used to having 24 karat gold, but now there's a new ceramic finish, which is a nice white finish, goes well with a variety of bands. And this is now going to be available, and it's being branded as an Apple Watch Edition as opposed to just being branded as a standard Apple Watch. So you can view pricing, and obviously you can pre-order these. So pre-orders again start on September the 9th, so a couple of days from now. And here at the bottom is the Apple Watch lineup. So we have the original Apple Watch, which Apple are now calling the Series 1 watch. And then there's obviously the Series 2 with the Nike integration. And then you've got the Apple Watch Hermes Series 2 and the Apple Watch Edition Series 2. So they've got rid of the Edition and the standard Apple Watch for the Series 1. They've just kept the Sport, so that's still there. Now, another thing which I didn't talk about is the performance. So this now has a dual-core chip inside it with the S2 chip, so you should get better overall performance. And the Series 1 Apple Watch has been updated with this dual-core chip, so you do get the extra performance boost, even if you have decided to go with the older, obviously now cheaper Apple Watch, which has been reduced in price. So I'll scroll to the top and I'll go back to the main Apple page. Now, if I go through here, obviously you've got the AirPods. And yeah, so that's the Apple Watch 2, Apple Watch Series 2 was announced then. Now the next major announcement, which is the one I'm most excited about, is the iPhone 7. So as you can probably see, it's been completely sort of redesigned, and this is one of the new finishes. It's called, I think it's Jet Black. And as with the Apple Watch Series 2, you can pre-order this on September the 9th, and it's available on September the 16th. So I'm obviously going to be pre-ordering one, and I'll be giving you videos on that. So stay tuned to the channel if you want up-to-date, videos on the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. I'm not sure which one I'm going to be going for at this moment, but obviously you'll find out as soon as I do my first unboxing and obviously my first impressions and all that stuff. So obviously there's a couple of films which Apple did. So there's the design film, so talking about how the new jet black finish is put on, and then there's the new just standard black model. There's a bit of Johnny Ive narrative here, which just talks about how that's put together, and then you can talk about the what product film, which is just basically the trailer that we're used to getting with every new iPhone. Anyway, let's move on. So first you've obviously got the new design, so it comes in new black and jet black finishes. So space grey has been eliminated, so you've got gold over here, rose gold, silver, which has been around for a long time. We've got this new black colour which replaces space grey, so no more space grey on the iPhone. And obviously there's jet black, which is kind of a shiny finish. If you've got an Apple Watch with a space black finish, you'll know exactly what this finish is like. It's basically the same. But anyway, so this new iPhone is actually splash and water resistant, and there's a new home button on it. So if I just tap on learn more, if I go down, obviously you've got the same two sizes, so they don't change the screen sizes. It's still 4.7 inch for the iPhone 7, 5.5 inch for the iPhone 7 Plus. And you've got all of these same 7000 series aluminium, and you've got the same colours, so you can just cycle through these to take a look at which one you prefer if you're thinking of ordering one. Just takes a look at a couple of the new colours if you want to see that. And then obviously there's the water resistance. So this is the first iPhone to be water resistant. So what it allows you to do is put it under a tap, or if you fall into a pool or something, or go in the shower and it gets wet a bit, then obviously your iPhone won't be completely broken as previous models have been. So that's nice to know. I think they said it's an IP67 water resistance, and I think it's dust resistant as well. So you should be able to sort of expose it to a bit of rough going, and it shouldn't break too easily or stop working. There's an all new home button. So as with the Macs when they got the Force Touch trackpad, this new home button on the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus has a so they're calling it a solid state button. So it's got sort of pressure sensitivity, and it allows you to feel what you're doing within the OS. So when you're doing certain things, you'll get taptic feedback with the new taptic engine through the home button. So as well as getting it through the display, you now feel it through the home button. Obviously you can see there's a new Taptic engine which is improved over the one that shipped with the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. So obviously you've got Touch ID, which is still built into the home button, so that hasn't changed, and you can use Touch ID for Apple Pay to pay. We're using sort of contactless payments via NFC. And the main thing with the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus is the camera. Actually, they spent a lot of time talking about this, and this is something I'm very excited to see. The iPhone has now got a really, really advanced camera, much more advanced than it was before. So it's nice to see that they've really stepped up and brought us a really, really sharp camera system. So same 12 megapixel camera for the iPhone 7, hasn't changed there. You've got optical image stabilization now, so this has now come to the smaller iPhone. Before that, this was only available on the 5.5-inch model, so now all models get optical image stabilization. On the front, you now have a 7 megapixel FaceTime HD camera as opposed to the 5 megapixel one that shipped last year. And the new LED flash is now a quad LED True Tone flash, so it has 4 different coloured LEDs instead of 2, which we're used to from the last few years. If I tap learn more, you can go down. The aperture has been widened to f1.8. I think this is down from f2.4 or 2.2 or something. I can't exactly remember, but it is a larger aperture, so you should get better low light images. And now new 6-element lens, so you can get better optics with your photos, and live photos and all the other previous features look even better than before. You get optical image stabilization, as I said, and obviously the 4 LEDs and the larger aperture. So these are some samples of the photos. Obviously, you have to go onto Apple's website yourself to see this. You probably won't be able to tell the quality in the video. But if you can just cycle through these and take a look at the photos that are taken from the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. So as usual, you get 4K video from last year, and also with the optical image stabilization, it's brilliant, especially on the smaller iPhone, which previously lacked the feature. Still have all the same features, so you have slow-mo video and time-lapse video, so they're still present. And you have your new 7 megapixel front-facing camera, as I talked about, and it comes with a Retina flash, as with last year. If I go down, they just talk about the new image signal processor, which powers the new camera, and Phil Schiller talked about how there's 100 billion operations being carried out whilst you hit the shutter button. So it's very advanced, the camera system, and it's brilliant to see this. So obviously you've got the new Photos app for iOS 10, which I've got a video coming on soon, and it brings all your memories, and obviously the new camera will feed into that, and you'll get even higher quality memories and all that sort of thing. Now with the iPhone 7 Plus, Apple have done something very interesting. I know a couple of other smartphones have had this done before, but Apple are doing it in a very interesting way, slightly different to others. And what they've done is they've actually added 2 lenses to the back of the iPhone 7 Plus. So they're both 12 megapixels, so same lenses, so you get 2 of them. What this allows you to do is have optical zoom up to 2 times without any, drop in image quality, and then you can also have from there digital zoom up to 10 times. So you still get the software zoom, but now you also get this new hardware sort of zoom. And I can tap learn more to see more about the camera system, which just gives you a few diagrams. So you've got a wide angle lens and a telephoto lens, which they can combine to make even more wide angle shots, and obviously use it for the zoom technology. So that's just the camera, and obviously you've got this new way of using the zoom. So if you tap and hold on the new control above the shutter button, you can drag and change the zoom. So you can use optical zoom, and then it will automatically switch to software zoom seamlessly. Now there's this new depth of field effect, which is going to come after launch of the iPhone 7 Plus as a software update. So you have to download it. I think it's coming late October or sometime around there. And what it allows you to do is add as it says, a depth of field effect. So if you have a portrait like this, it can detect a face, and what it can do is it can put that into focus and blur the background out really nicely. Next, they talked about the new Retina HD displays. So same resolutions as previously. So can't remember on the top of the head. I think it's 1334 by 750 on the 4.7-inch device, and 1920 by 1080 on the larger 5.5-inch one. But the big thing here is that there's now a wider color gamut, so you get deeper colors, and it just looks an overall better display. You obviously have 3D touch from last year, which is carried over, so you can use it as you've always been able to, and it's been expanded with iOS 10. And the display is now 25% brighter, so you can use it in outdoor conditions in a much better way. So you just get some specs here, as you can see here. So 1334 by 750, 1920 by 1080, same resolutions. Obviously, just with the better technology going behind it. So you get the 3D touch, and it just talks about all of that. So all the stuff I've said. Next up is performance. Now, I was really impressed with this actually. I wasn't actually expecting this. Apple have added the A10 Fusion chip. So they're not calling it an A10 chip this time, they're just calling it an A10 Fusion chip, which is what they're calling the most powerful chip ever in a smartphone. So it's allegedly 2 times faster than the iPhone 6, and it's got has energy efficiency, which allows you to get the longest battery life ever in an iPhone. So if I tap on the plus icon, I can go down and see some of the features about this. So it actually has really 2 times faster graphics than compared to the iPhone 6, and 3 times faster graphics when compared to the iPhone 6. So it's really good. And this means that you can now double the capacity up to 256 gigabytes. So iPhone 7 doubles the capacity of iPhone 6s across the line to 32 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, and 256 gigabytes. So you can put as much content as you want on there. Obviously, your high resolution 4K video will now all store on here perfectly. So I'll talk about the pricing of these models later on at the end of the iPhone 7 section of the video. There's new audio in this iPhone, so they now have 2 speakers, one on the bottom and one on the top. So you now have stereo speakers, so this is a nice addition to the iPhone, first time we've seen this. And these speakers are 2 times louder than the iPhone 6s. You can obviously buy these additional AirPods if you want to use those wirelessly. However, Apple are now going to, they've got rid of the headphone jack, so no more 3.5mm headphones. What you're now going to use is Lightning AirPods. So Apple are now going to start shipping these with every single iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. So in the box you'll get these new AirPods which connect to your iPhone via Lightning. So this gives a better audio quality, and it means that developers and other apps can take more advantage of the headphones you're using, the AirPods or any third-party ones. And it just means you're going to get overall better experience when using your headphones. Now, if you have any other headphones which you'd like to use with this iPhone, which have a 3.5mm headphone jack, Apple will include an adapter, a Lightning to 3.5mm adapter in the box. So if you've got other devices, then you can use that, obviously. And underneath here, they didn't actually talk about this, but this is Wi-Fi and cellular data. So you've got faster LTE. So obviously the LTE and Wi-Fi speeds have been improved. So this actually wasn't mentioned at all. So I'm actually quite surprised to see this. But so we get 3 times faster LTE than iPhone 6. So 450 megabits per second. So that's obviously very fast, faster than most people's Wi-Fi networks. And then now up to 25 bands of LTE. And then it just talks about iOS 10 down here, which obviously I've done loads of videos on, and I'm going to do more. And iOS 10 is coming out on September the 13th, in case you're wondering. So free upgrade for any device that supports it. So iPhone 5 and above. So if you've got one of those, then you'll get iOS 10. Obviously the new iPhones 7 and 7 Plus will get it as well. If you're running an iPad 4th generation and above, you'll get iOS 10, and if you are running an iPod Touch 6th generation, you will get it. Unfortunately, 5th generation iPod Touch users don't get it this time. If you have any of the other devices, then you can get it. Obviously, AirPods again, and you get some new accessories just to complement it, the same colours as the iPhone. You get new docks, and obviously there's a new battery case to complement the colours of the new iPhone. If I go to the top and tap on models and pricing, you'll see all the different pricing configurations. So you get, first you have to choose your model, so you can choose the iPhone 7 or 7 Plus. Let's choose the 7 Plus for now. You can select carrier. Let me just choose AT&T just as an example. So you can choose between the back view and the front view. So you can just hover your mouse over to see them. And you can choose whichever one you want. Let me just go for the jet black. That's new. Let me just get that one. And I can choose 128 gigabytes for 256. Now, this is different to the other models. The jet black is only available in these 2 capacities, so you don't get 32 at this one. So that's just something that you should know in case you want to buy one. And down here, obviously, in the box, you get AirPods with Lightning connector, Lightning to USB cable, 5-watt USB power adapter, a Lightning to 3.5mm headphone jack adapter, and obviously the iPhone itself. And you got all the pricing. So this is the current iPhone lineup now. iPhone 6 and 6 Plus are now gone. You've just got the SE, 6S, 6S Plus, 7 and 7 Plus. So that's the new iPhone lineup, which will obviously come into play from September the 16th. But anyway, that's it for this video. If you've got any questions on anything that was announced, or you want some advice on which model you should buy of a device, whether it's an iPhone 7, 7 Plus, or an Apple Watch Series 2, do get in contact with me. The details will be in the description of the video. Don't forget to like this video by giving it a thumbs up, and also do subscribe to see more videos coming on the iPhone 7, 7 Plus, and obviously iOS 10 videos to come soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.